Hi, my name is Reverend Clark Carey. I'm the chair of the Hunger Task Force. Our task force is committed to lifting up the ministry of ELCA World Hunger and Lutheran disaster relief by encouraging financial support through education, communication, and advocacy of issues pertaining to hunger and poverty. Each year, we celebrate the generosity of congregations in each conference of the Synod. This year's awards are going to Trinity Lutheran, Albert Lea, Shiloh Lutheran, Elmore, First English Lutheran, Cannon Falls, St. Paul Lutheran, Red Wing, Trinity Lutheran, Wanamingo, St. Paul German Lake Lutheran, Cleveland, Trinity Lutheran, New Richland, Central Lutheran, Winona, Root Prairie Lutheran, Fountain, Our Savior's Lutheran, Rochester, and Good Shepherd Lutheran, Rochester. We also celebrate ELCA World Hunger total year-to-date giving, which is $21.35 million, of which $373,365 came from the Southeastern Minnesota Synod. On behalf of the Hunger Task Force and the Southeastern Minnesota Synod, we give great thanks for the ways these congregations are accompanying our brothers and sisters around the world through the work of ELCA World Hunger.
Hello, my name is Reverend Tim Ealing, and I serve as the chair of the Sonata CoLeader grant team. It is the mission of our team to provide funding for leaders at various intersections of their calling and ministry, and to support and encourage conversation with pastors and congregations on clergy and congregational health, wellness, and lifelong learning. It is a joy and honor to announce this year's award recipients. The First Call Debt Relief Award this year will be awarded to Reverend Carrie Smizek. The ELCA Fund for Leaders Full Scholarship was awarded to Sarah Krolak and Kira Anderson. The ELCA Fund for Leaders Southeastern Minnesota Synod Scholarship is awarded to John Odegaard, Marcia Peterson, Tim O'Shields, and Jens Nielsen. Sabbatical grants were granted to the following leaders for 2018 sabbaticals: Reverend Dan Doring, Reverend Colette Brody Grund, Reverend Mark Dokken, Reverend Jason Bergraft, and Reverend Lisa Kipp. Continuing education grants were granted to Reverend Jason Bergraft and Reverend Trish Reedstrom. Thank you for your ongoing support of the health, wellness, and lifelong learning of our Synod leaders. Please pray for our Sonata CoLeader grant team. Invite us to your church for conversation and guidance on health, wellness, and lifelong learning potential within the ministry settings you serve. I invite all of you to take advantage of the resources available to clergy and congregations for continuing education, debt reduction, seminary scholarship, and the amazing gift to pastor and congregation of a sabbatical. Thank you.
The work of Lutheran Social Services began right here in the Southeastern Minnesota Synod over 150 years ago. What began with 4 orphan children now touches the lives of 1 in 65 people in the state, growing far beyond anything that original congregation at Vesa Lutheran Church could have envisioned. The mission of Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota is to express the love of Christ for all people through service that inspires hope, changes lives, and builds community. Each year, LSS presents the Servant of Christ Award to a congregation that exemplifies this mission. With all the amazing work happening here in this synod, LSS was not able to come up with a single winner. Instead, they selected 2. This year, LSS is proud to present the Servant of Christ Award to Zumbro Lutheran Church in Rochester and Grace Lutheran Church in Waseca. Zumbro Lutheran Church has been a faithful supporter of LSS for many years. In 2017, the Schmidt Foundation gifted LSS with a generous donation in the hope of inspiring others to match it. It was the people of Zumbro Lutheran who stepped up and provided the first matching gift. These funds were vital in the opening of the new financial counseling office in Rochester, enabling LSS to provide this necessary service to many more of our neighbors. The people of Grace Lutheran Church in Waseca have generously supported LSS, and in 2017, through their foundation, LSS received 4 extraordinary gifts. These gifts provided funds for urgent, unexpected needs in their backyard and the greater community. Disaster Relief, Camp Noah, and Senior Nutrition Services gratefully received these gifts. The unexpected outbreak of natural disasters brought an unprecedented need for disaster relief. A loss of government funding left seniors unsure where they would get their next meal. It is through the generous gifts of Grace Lutheran Church that LSS was able to provide help to our most vulnerable neighbors in these dire situations. Through the generous support of these 2 congregations, and your support as well, Lutheran Social Service is able to love and serve all our neighbors. We are so grateful for your continued support and help in seeing our vision that all people have the opportunity to live and work in community with full and abundant lives.